Yo, what is up, guys? And we are back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I just want to get this first run out of the way. We are obviously here in INT Kid Buu's EZA. Now, this is one of those EZAs that, to be honest, is I would call damn near dummy-proof, right? I mean, this particular EZA, like, I didn't even need to adjust my characters there. It's just, I don't know why I even did. You're going to be able to, if you have any semblance of the units that I'm running, or just basically any Fizz Pure Saiyans, you're going to be able to absolutely just blitz through Buu. Buu, it's not as though he's like incredibly weak or anything. If you start to, mess around and you're using, tech units and stuff like that, sure, I mean, you'll probably die. Or if you're not using Pure Saiyans, like if you tried to do this using a mono Fizz team, I still feel like there are, double-digit damage, dude. There are so many Fizz units that are Pure Saiyans. You're going to struggle to not beat this. I mean, I think you can easily beat this free-to-play. I do have one free-to-play team lined up. See, we just one-turned Buu, and we're on stage 26, right? I usually like to do the last 5 levels. So let's just go ahead and go through. We're going to honestly just blitz through this. I'm not going to bother using this team, but I do have a team made. So even if you were running a full free-to-play team, you would still use the summonable leader, right? Where's that team I made? Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this one here. So remember that you can actually use INT units as well. So this is fully free-to-play. So if we kind of check out some other units, now remember, extreme class units are also going to have damage reduction against them, but like there are so many units that you can use, man. Like there's, our Lord and Savior Shugesh, right? You could easily rock this guy on your team. If you did not have some of these top tier options, like if you don't have Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta, like why, if you're free to play, like you would have had to get insanely lucky to get this guy. Maybe you got him on his original banner on your first multi or something, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you got lucky somewhere down the line, but like probably the majority of the player base doesn't have him. If you didn't pull on their banner, I mean, again, I can't blame you if you did not pull on their banner. Now, they're going to be incredibly helpful, but if you don't have them, you do not have to run them. Like, this is a unit I'm fairly certain. I mean, I've actually link leveled this guy quite a bit. Showcase coming soon, as soon as I can get those last 2 links to pop. But they've given this guy out for free. I mean, he's very easy to grind from the Extreme Z area, his medals. Fizz Kale they've given out for free. There are just so many options. Again, this guy is completely free to play, right? I mean, you could easily have this guy. Done. Namek Goku, not Namek Goku. Kaioken Goku. You could easily have this guy, right? I mean, he's been out for quite a while now. He's actually a fairly strong unit. There are just so many options. Again, if we're talking fully, strictly free-to-play, this guy's going to do you fine. Remember, INT and Fizz, INT and Fizz, INT and Fizz. So there are just so many options for Pure Saiyans. This guy, everyone legitimately should have 3 copies of this guy. Now, I've not invested any orbs in him. I will once he's able to be rainbowed, but straight up, man, I'm not going to really be running him until I get him rainbowed. Other than that, he will do very well at the rainbow level, but we're not going to be able to rainbow him for, I don't know, probably another year or more the way that we're going. But we're just going to go ahead and speed blitz through these last few stages. But you guys can kind of see, like, there are a lot of options that you have. Again, this is one of those EZAs that is more or less dummy-proof, right? So just run your, basically just run your best Pure Saiyans team with Fizz and INT units. It's just that simple, right? Or you just run a mono Fizz team, and you'll be able to get the job done. Remember that Kid Goku? I believe it's the Brazen Courage Kid Goku. He is the reward. Well, his EZA is the reward from Extreme Super Battle Road. But remember, you get him originally, your first 5 copies you get from the OG Super Battle Road, the mono stages. You EZA that guy, you put him next to a Goku, he's got 58% damage reduction. I mean, even if he doesn't link up all that well, he's still going to get you, a 2 million attack stat or something. I mean, he's going to do just fine. We almost one-turned him again. We probably, if we would have just got a little bit of a different rotation, we would have. Not going to be able to get him as 18 key, right? That's fine. It's fine. It's really not necessary at all, right? We're going to, I would almost guarantee Angel Vegeta is probably going to end his career right now. Doesn't matter. We're going to probably take 50k damage or something. Yeah, 40k damage. Again, this guy's Link level 10. I mean, he's a summonable LR, right? Again, you're not going to go wrong. Any team you run, yeah. I mean, we almost one-turned Buu. If we would have had one LR on that last rotation, we would have one-turned him. I will maintain for the rest of my Dokkan career, which basically is going to be until the game shuts down, regular EZAs, man, are what make this game so great. I mean, yeah, you know, pulling LRs and stuff like summoning is a lot of fun. Like, I think probably the majority of us, unless you're Jay Fanta, like, love summoning on this game. So that obviously makes it fun, too. But, you know, these EZAs, making these old units good again, it's just such a cool thing that they have done, and I'm so happy that they have done that. I mean, they've been doing EZAs now since, what, year 2 or something like that? It's been maybe... What anniversary? It wasn't an anniversary. Was it the 250 million download celebration? Is that what it was? With Goku and Frieza? I think it was the EZA of the Kid Gohan. I'm kind of getting a little mixed up here. I know that the first summonable unit was the first EZA for a summonable unit was the SS3 Goku, the AGL one. Are we going to be able? No, we're not going to be able to finish him off here. But, you know, again, it just goes back to the EZA has been around for a long while now, so it's really cool that they're taking these units that basically are unrunnable. You know, Kid Buu can definitely, at Link level 10 and stuff, like, he can definitely still do some decent damage on Extreme Z Awaken, but the fact that they are doing this with the monotype leaders now, it does make me wonder how they're going to handle category leaders, because I think at this point it's pretty safe to assume that they're going to Extreme Z Awaken every single unit in the game at some point. They're gonna, you know, there are only a few units left in the game, like summonable units anyway, that do not have Dokkan Awakenings. The two that come to mind, I'll have to double check here, but the two that come to mind are the STR Hyper Metal Rildo, and then of course the STR Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. Those are the only two that come to mind that do not have Dokkan Awakenings. So at a certain point they will get their Dokkan Awakenings, and then, I mean, at that point basically every other unit needs an EZA, right? So how are they going to handle category leaders? The thing is this game, it wants you to spend your money, right? I mean, that's just like, that's its goal. That's the end goal. I mean, over its lifespan, it's made like $3 billion, right? Like, it's quite a profitable game, right? So it wants you to spend money. That is the goal. So, like, just for instance, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has straight up been replaced. I think that the introduction of the Dokkan Fest INT Gogeta, the INT Dokkan Fest Gogeta, I think to me that kind of solidified that they are going to EZA the category leaders. I thought maybe that they would just want you to summon for a new one, but the fact that they're gonna base, oh, look at that. Oh, we're gonna automatically get the unit super attack. That's pretty cool. Sure, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do this. We don't get to see this one too horribly often. Let's go ahead and get it right here. So I don't know. To me, it kind of solidified that they were going to go ahead and EZA the category leaders because they'll serve different purposes, right? So I don't know, man. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you think they are going to EZA the category leaders. My initial impression is that they want you to spend money and they'll just have you summon for a new one, but I don't know, man. You've got the one that would go along with Gogeta would be Fizz Omega Shenron. So Fizz Omega Shenron, he is actually like at full link level 10. I know it's kind of crazy to think, but I would almost call him viable. Maybe just he's on the lower end of units, but certainly more viable than like some lower class free-to-play units and stuff like that. I mean, he's still going to yield you, again, at full link level 10, he'll probably get you a 2 million attack stat. He's going to have, the thing about Fizz Omega Shenron is he does the same thing where he debuffs the enemy. He debuffs their attack and defense. I think it's only by 20%. But his links, like, he's a big bad bosses unit, so when he's debuffing the enemy so much, and he's big bad bosses, and he's got a lot of other links that provide him defense as well. I think he's got links like Thirst for Conquest, Brutal Beatdown, and stuff like that. Some of those links that he has, Shadow Dragons, I think, does defense as well. GT. A lot of these links provide defense now. I think he's getting like 50% from links, so definitely something to consider with that unit. I think a lot of those units could be really, really good just with a very modest stat upgrade. And then just little upgrades here and there to their passive. You know, giving them start of turn defense is going to be important. A unit like SS4 Gogeta, right? They're just the two that come to mind that probably need it the worst, or the most, I guess you could say. Followed very, very closely. Maybe he's even number 1, but STR Ultimate Gohan. And the way you handle their leader skills is just buff them up to 170. There's no need to not make them 170. I guess you could argue that people wouldn't be summoning for the new leader skill. But even if you want to do some kind of odd number like 160 or something like that, I think that wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. But they will buff their leader skills. They have shown that consistently with every single EZA. They do even buff leader skills, even on the EZA to the LR. LR EZAs, man, that's a topic for a whole nother video. I think probably I need to make a video on category leaders and LRs that need EZAs. Speaking of EZAs, INT Kid Buu, as you guys saw, I mean, he went down like an absolute punk. I mean, it was no problem. EZAs, I maintain firmly that they are far, far, far superior to the Extreme Z area. They give you 11 Grand Kais, 34 stones. Like, if we collect the missions, is it more than 34? Let's see. Let's collect the missions here. Let's see. Yeah, 34 stones you get from Extreme Z area. And then you get basically enough orbs to rainbow a unit of that type. I mean, it is so incredibly good. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. I have ranted long enough. So slap a like if you enjoyed this video. And let me know what you think about the category leaders getting their EZAs. I think probably within the next, hard to say, but probably within the next 18 months or something like that, assuming Dokkan is still around. Which I do assume it will be around. It still makes boatloads of money, but consider subscribing if you are new. I love you guys. Thank you so very much for your support. It means the world, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.